Today's project is a little different from many of the pieces you usually see in our workshop. Instead of creating a single item, I'm making a batch of 10 custom oak wood ashtrays. Even though they all share the same design, every single piece will still have its own unique appearance thanks to the natural grain of the wood. Custom orders like this are always enjoyable because they remind me that woodworking is not just about creating products. It is about creating something that somebody has specifically requested and will actually use. For this project, I am working with solid oak. Oak has earned its reputation as one of the most respected hardwoods in woodworking. It is strong, durable, and full of character. Even before any shaping begins, the grain already hints at the beauty hidden inside each blank. The dimensions for these ashtrays are 12 centimeters in diameter and 5 centimeters in height. This size provides enough weight and stability while maintaining a clean and elegant appearance. Before any machining can begin, every blank must be carefully prepared. Accuracy is important because I want all 10 ashtrays to match the customer's expectations as closely as possible. After roughing out the basic shape with the scraper, I switched to a 12 mm spindle gouge to begin refining the final profile of the ashtray. The scraper allowed me to remove material quickly and establish the general shape, but now it is time to focus on the finer details. This is where the design really starts to come together. Using the spindle gouge, I can create smoother curves and cleaner transitions while bringing the ashtray much closer to its final form. I take my time during this stage because the overall profile plays a major role in the appearance of the finished piece. A small adjustment here can completely change the look of the ashtray. As the tool moves across the oak, the surface becomes cleaner and more refined with every pass. The rough blank that was mounted on the lathe just moments ago is slowly transforming into something elegant and purposeful. One of the things I enjoy most about woodturning is this gradual transformation. There is no shortcut. Every curve, every detail, and every surface is created one cut at a time. As the final shape emerges, I can already begin to see how these ashtrays will look once the sanding and finishing stages are complete. With the outside profile now finished, I turn my attention to the bottom of the ashtray. The next step is creating a recess for the chuck jaws. This recess allows me to securely remount the piece later while I continue working on the interior and complete the remaining operations. By the way, while I'm working on this batch of custom ashtrays, I'd love to hear from you. What project would you like to see next on the channel? Another custom order, a handmade bowl, a pen, or perhaps something completely different? Let me know in the comments below. I always enjoy reading your suggestions, and many future projects start with ideas from viewers like you. As the machining continues, the rough shape slowly transforms into something more refined. The edges become cleaner, the surfaces become smoother, and the overall design begins to emerge. This stage is where the project starts to become truly satisfying because I can finally see the vision becoming reality. Many people only see the finished product, but what fascinates me most is the journey itself. Every finished piece begins as a simple block of wood. With the right tools, patience, and attention to detail, that ordinary piece of wood can become something functional, beautiful, and long-lasting. Projects like this are also a reminder that handmade products still have a place in today's world. In a time when so many items are mass-produced, there is something special about owning something that was individually crafted by hand. Every tool mark removed, every surface sanded, every detail carefully checked. All of those small steps add up to create something unique. If you enjoy seeing projects like this, I would also like to invite you to visit our website at PipejaWood.com. There you can find many of our handmade creations, including wooden bowls, fountain pens, ballpoint pens, rings, serving boards, decorative items, and custom-made projects. Many of the products you see on the website were first introduced right here on this channel, and if you have an idea for a custom project of your own, feel free to reach out. Some of our most interesting projects started with a simple message from a customer. With the basic shape established, it is time to create one of the most recognizable features of an ashtray. Using a router, I carefully cut 4 equally spaced grooves around the rim. These grooves provide a convenient resting place for cigarettes, while also helping define the overall design of the piece. Although they may seem like a small detail, features like these require accuracy and consistency. Since I am making 10 matching ashtrays, every groove needs to be positioned correctly to maintain a uniform appearance across the entire batch. Once the grooves are complete, I can move on to shaping the interior. This is where the ashtrays begin to feel less like simple wooden blocks and more like finished products. For this stage, I use a scraper and a skew chisel to gradually hollow the inside of each ashtray. The scraper allows me to remove material efficiently while maintaining control over the shape. After that, the skew helps refine the surface and clean up the transitions, creating a smoother and more elegant interior profile. I always enjoyed this part of the process because the final design starts becoming much more visible. With every pass of the tool, the rough surfaces disappear and the form becomes cleaner and more refined. One thing I appreciate about woodworking is that every cut matters. Even small adjustments can completely change the appearance of the finished piece. Working carefully at this stage helps ensure that each ashtray feels balanced, comfortable to use, and visually pleasing from every angle. As the interior takes shape, the grain patterns of the oak become increasingly noticeable. Some pieces reveal bold grain lines, while others display more subtle and delicate patterns. That natural variation is something that makes handmade wooden products so special. No matter how many identical dimensions I follow, nature always leaves its own signature on every piece. Looking at the growing collection of ashtrays on the bench, it is satisfying to see how each one develops its own unique character while still remaining part of the same custom order. Only after all the shaping work is complete can I move on to sanding, where the surfaces will be refined even further and prepared for the final finish. As the sanding progresses, the oak begins to feel completely different. The surface becomes silky smooth, the grain becomes more defined, and the ashtrays start looking less like pieces of timber and more like finished handcrafted products. Watching this transformation never gets old. Even after countless hours in the workshop, I still enjoy seeing raw wood reveal its natural beauty. With all 10 ashtrays shaped and sanded, the project is finally approaching the finish line. This is the moment where everything comes together. With the turning work now complete, the ashtrays are finally starting to look exactly as intended. The shape is finished, the interior has been refined, and all the important details are now in place. But this custom order still needs one final personal touch. For that, I move over to our laser engraving machine. The customer provided their own logo, and now it is time to permanently engrave it onto each ashtray. This is one of the things I really enjoy about custom orders. A personalized engraving can transform a beautiful handmade product into something truly unique and meaningful. As the laser begins its work, it carefully burns the design into the surface of the oak. The process is precise, clean, and allows even fine details to be reproduced accurately. Watching a custom logo slowly appear on the wood is always satisfying. It is often at this stage that a project truly becomes personal to the customer. Many people do not realize that we offer custom engraving on most of our handmade products. If you have a special message, company logo, family name, anniversary date, or custom design in mind, we can engrave it on a wide variety of items. Some of the most popular engraved products in our workshop are wooden pans, fountain pens, presentation boxes, serving boards, cutting boards, wooden bowls, ring boxes, bottle openers, goblets, and many other custom-made projects. Personalized engraving is also a great option for corporate gifts, business promotions, weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and other special occasions. A custom engraving adds a level of individuality that simply cannot be found in mass-produced products. If you have an idea for a custom engraved project of your own, feel free to visit our website at PipejaWood.com and get in touch with us. We are always excited to help bring new ideas to life and create something that is truly one of a kind. With the engraving now complete, the ashtrays have finally reached the last stage of the project. The shape is finished. The interior has been refined. The logo has been engraved. And now all 10 ashtrays are ready for their final finish. For this project, I chose Danish oil. It is a finish I often use because it enhances the natural beauty of the wood while providing protection for everyday use. The moment the oil touches the oak, the transformation is immediate. The grain becomes deeper and more vibrant. The natural color of the wood becomes richer, and details that were difficult to see before suddenly stand out beautifully. This is always one of my favorite moments in woodworking. After hours of shaping, routing, hollowing, sanding, and engraving, the wood finally reveals its full character. As I apply the Danish oil to all 10 ashtrays, it is satisfying to see the entire batch completed and ready for delivery. Although every ashtray follows the same design and carries the same engraved logo, each piece still remains unique thanks to the natural grain patterns of the oak. That is something no machine can truly replicate. Every piece of wood tells its own story. Thank you very much for joining me in the workshop today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue creating new woodworking projects and sharing them with people who appreciate handmade craftsmanship. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next project.